So, is living in a foreign country really that great? You may have these visions of what living abroad would look and feel like, how exciting and adventurous and romantic it would be. Is that really the case? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience 4 years ago and what my experience is now. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not yet, consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell so that each time I upload a video about life in France, moving abroad, or finding the confidence and courage to live life on your terms, you will be notified. My name is Patricia Brooks, and back in 2018, I quit my job as a project manager and I moved to the south of France, where I have been ever since. And this question, which was a question that I saw on an expat forum, piqued my interest. The question that I read was, is anybody living in a foreign country and feel like their life is normal or boring? And I stopped and I asked myself that question. Is my life living here in France normal or boring? And I have to answer that question in 2 steps. So 4 years ago, when I moved to France, it was not normal, absolutely not normal, and absolutely not boring. Was it what I expected it would be? Was it like the visions that I had in my mind for moving to France? And I would say yes and no. I think we can fall into a trap, especially if we've been wanting to live in a certain country for a long time, maybe even since we were children, of what our life would look and feel like when we're there. Or maybe we went on vacation to this place that captivated us, and we expect that life will be like being on vacation if you're living there. That's not the case. I think that is sometimes why people are disappointed when they move abroad, because it doesn't live up to their unrealistic expectations. As for me, when I got to France in 2018, everything was fresh and new to me. The language I had been learning for a while, but to speak it every day or go to the store and have to speak that every day was not normal for me. To be alone in a country where I knew nobody, that was not normal to me. And while it was scary, it was energizing. It added to that sense of adventure. And so my life here 4 years ago, my life here 2 years ago was not normal and it was not boring. But that also speaks to the fact that one of my primary reasons for moving here was because I wanted things that would challenge me and help me grow personally. And so being out of my element, so far out of my element, would really push the bounds for me. And it did. And that was what I expected. I think the other thing that caused this experience to be not normal and not boring was that a couple of weeks before I moved to France, I left a full-time corporate job. Right? So right there, off the bat, my life in France was not going to be normal because I wasn't coming here to work another corporate job. I had nothing to do. I had all the free time in the world to explore, to create a podcast, to do whatever I wanted to do. And so that wasn't normal for me. For the last 30 some odd years, I've been going into a corporate job most of the time that I didn't like, and that was normal for me. So not having to do that, waking up in the morning and feeling like, oh, I don't have to go to someplace I don't want to be, that was not normal. It was great, but it was not normal. So I feel like those things set me up for having a sense of adventure, a sense of excitement in the move itself. Now, this person who posted on that expat forum, they were concerned, or maybe not concerned, but wanted to know because their friends back in the UK were saying, oh, it's so amazing that you moved to this other European country. It must be so great. And she had to tell them, it's just kind of normal. I get up, I go to work. Sometimes after work, I go out with some friends. It's just normal. And sometimes it's boring. If I were living in the UK, I'd be doing the same things. I think that also we can create this sense of normalcy if we don't decide to do things that are different, if we don't put ourselves outside of our comfort zones and design the lives that we want. You know, if you want to experience different things, then you need to show up differently so that you can experience them. So that's that. That is the first 2 years of my life here. Not normal, not boring. It provided the challenges that I wanted. It helped me to become fluent in French. So I was happy. Now, I wasn't eating croissant and other amazing French pastries every day. I wasn't eating a 5-star French meal with wine every day. No, the things that I did then in the beginning days and now are pretty similar in terms of what I eat. But that wasn't my vision. That could be yours. And if that is yours, how realistic is that? So anyway, now I've been here 4 years. I've been in the same apartment for 3, and life feels pretty normal. In fact, I recently did a video that talks about how I got to this normal state, which I think is an amazing place to be because I woke up one morning and it felt good. It felt like, this is my life. It felt like my life in Richmond, Virginia was just a distant memory. The problem with that, with normal, can be that I could find myself searching for the next country that I want to move to. And that's not what I want. There is so much that I have not yet experienced here in France. Yet I am in this place where things feel more normal. When I see things that's not so fresh or new or exciting, because it's been 4 years, I've seen these buildings, right? I've spoken the language. It is more normal. And when that happens, we can have a tendency to just do the things that we do on a routine basis and go about our business, and life can be boring. But I'm going to tell you, I am not going to allow that to happen. I know that my normal state is to be a homebody and not to get out and do things in the community, which kind of defeats the purpose of being in such an amazing place to begin with. So that is a caveat to getting to that normal state, which is something I really wanted to get to, but I don't want it to have it be so normal that it's dull, right? And we can spice it up our lives, make where we are a more exciting and adventurous place just by deciding to, making a plan, being the kind of person who does exciting and adventurous things, right? It doesn't have anything to do with place, although place can help. So what are your thoughts about, moving abroad? Do you think that moving abroad should be normal when you get there? Or do you think it should be an exciting adventure, maybe a little bit romantic? Comment below. If you're considering making a move abroad, but aren't really sure where to start or feel a little bit nervous about taking the next steps, well, let's have a conversation. I offer a program called the Carefree Expat Incubator, where I help women who want to make a move abroad do so confidently and sustainably. I'm going to put a link in the description where you can schedule time on my calendar, where you can tell me where you are, where you want to be, what's holding you back, and if working with me might be the answer. That is all I have for you today. I will see you again next time. Bye for now.